this is Sherry Veronica. The employees of Chefette Restaurant Limited in Barbados, they want this particular employee to be removed from the organization. Her name is Michelle Watson, and she is the health and safety officer at Chefette Restaurant Limited. It's the place to go in Barbados. Everyone knows of Chefette, and they're saying that this particular officer is making life at Chefette really, really difficult, because when you call in sick or you have to give in a doctor's note, whatever is communicated to her, whatever is communicated to Michelle Watson, it gets around the office, and people feel away. People feel really, really bad when their medical information is being circulated within the confines of where they work, okay? And they want Chefette Restaurant Limited to know that it's not a good working environment with Michelle being there. This is all alleged by an employee, and they're saying that if they're out on sick leave and Michelle sees them, she has a fit, because she's saying if you're on sick leave, you should be home. And this person is saying that you could be on sick leave, but you have to go to the doctor. You may still need to go and pick up your medicine. You may still need to go and get something to eat. It all depends on how sick you are. But yeah, from Michelle's point of view, from employers' point of view, if you're sick, they usually do want you to be home and, taking care of yourself so that you can show back up to work. So if Michelle were to see you walking around, that will go without saying that she's going to say, especially if you're sprightly, if you're walking sprightly and, you're walking like normal, like how sick can you be if you're out in public and going about your business? So that's one thing that I saw in this particular blog. But everyone has their way of looking at things, but they want her removed from the company, mainly because of confidentiality. She does not, that's what they're saying. This is being alleged, that Michelle Watson does not keep your medical information private. She's not keeping your medical information private, and that is a stickler for them. That is something that was repeated throughout this particular blog, that she needs anyone, not only Michelle, and I've heard it about people in the child care board and that work for the government, people that if you have access to sensitive information, people do not want to walk around and have their neighbors or someone that they know saying what they have and repeating verbatim what was in a report, because someone that works at the particular office just cannot keep their mouth shut. You don't want that. No one would like that. So Michelle Watson, that's what they're saying about you. That's what's being said about you, that you are saying things that should be confidential and you're putting it out there in the airwaves. It's out there. And you work for Chefette. Chefette is a popular restaurant in Barbados. You work as the health and safety officer. That's what this blog is saying, that you're the health and safety officer. And in that particular role, employees want you gone, because they're saying that you don't have, your lips are not sealed where their information is concerned. Or maybe Chefette Restaurant Limited needs to do some sort of seminar, training, let their employees in these kind of positions know you need to keep your mouth shut. You need to keep your mouth shut. But in respect to Michelle seeing someone in town or whatever, you would expect that if you're calling in sick and you're saying whatever reason that you're not on the job, you would expect to be seen walking around in town. So yeah, that was kind of like pushing it there a little bit. But like I said, people have their way of looking at things. And like this person said, you could be going to get your medicine, you could be going out to the doctor, to see the doctor, whatever. But the confidentiality part where it comes to medical information, Michelle needs training. Michelle Watson probably needs training, and Chefette Restaurant Limited, anyone that goes into those particular roles, it should be non-disclosure agreements signed. Okay, you need to have these people signing a little bit more documents because of what they're seeing and the position that they're in. You need to have those people signing, non-disclosure agreements so that they don't talk about people, and if they do and it gets back to you, Chefette Restaurant Limited, it's an instant dismissal. Okay, instant. Okay, this is Sherry Verhoeven.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.